Yep, the title says it all. The One Punch Man cope isn't just cope, it's real hope. Damn. Bars. One Punch Man episode 9 was worse than episode 8, but it wasn't bad. In fact, the whole episode was actually watchable. Yes, I do still have problems with the episodes, but it didn't feel as jarring as the first 7 episodes of this season. Had zero neon filters. We have come a long way. There isn't inherently wrong with neon filters, I don't mind them, but it does become a problem when it is used as a substitute for any movement. But this episode had a lot more motion and actually would be considered a decent adaptation of the source material. Unfortunately, this level of adaptation is only present in episode 8 and 9. But like I said in my previous video, which you should definitely watch after watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Beggars can't be choosers, so we just gotta eat what we One Punch Man fans are given. The episode starts with Child Emperor saving this spoiled brat. I realized that I haven't complained at all about this kid, so now is the perfect time I should, cause this Mr. Popo looking at. He pisses me off, not in the way I get pissed when I'm on my 1000th attempt fighting Smog and Ornstein, but he annoys me the way mosquitoes be singing to me when I'm trying to goon. Not a huge problem, but a minor consistent annoyance. He had so much unnecessary commentary, but thankfully it's easy to ignore his existence because we, yes we, are all focused on the animation, hoping, praying that we get something edible again. And how did the animation turn out? Well, we got characters looking very natural when walking around, not feeling stiff like they're just PNGs. The fight in the hallway was actually decently animated, and the whole fight in a new location was also good, maybe too blurry for me to see or dark at times. Overall, there's more animation and more movements that felt fluid. All these compliments, but unfortunately, quick cuts and awkward transition are still a thing. Episode 8 had only 1 or 2 of that, but this episode had way more of these. Like how Child Emperor cries at his weakness and just cuts to his transformation, or when Child Emperor kicks the shield and just cuts to him getting out. I'm not expecting Sakuga animation just for simple scenes like these, but pacing issues like this does take me out a bit, and Phoenix Man's transformation, other than the final form where he goes supersonic mode, most of the transformation is so quick and jarring I had to rewind to understand what the f happened when he changed to his Falcon form. That's more of a nitpick. But the thing about nitpicks is that they become a real problem if it persists for too long, and unfortunately this nitpick has turned into a real problem. It really held back this episode's potential. It's when they change locations and fight, the quick cuts and transitions just increases more as the episode continues. To make you understand what I mean by this, let's take a clip from this episode. And now compare it to the original. Feels more natural, no? My point is that it's not an animation issue, it's a pacing issue. Maybe let a scene rest for another 4 to 5 seconds longer, or make another frame to make the scene feel more impactful and less awkward. You don't need Sakuga for that kind of thing. Yeah, people are gonna say, oh, but JC Staff and Bandai Namco blah blah blah. Shh. Right now, I am judging the product as its own thing. Yeah, people can talk about the hard work and the history and the process behind the art and whatnot, but I personally prefer to talk about the thing I like or dislike about the art itself. So I'm gonna continue doing that. Anyway, that was a slight tangent. But even after all this complaining, the fight itself wasn't handled as awfully like Garo vs Orochi, or Garo vs the Dog Monster, or Garo vs Gyoro Gyoro. I'm starting to notice a pattern that I'm not sure I quite like. The fight was above average, dare I say, better than mid. And then we see these two colored ninjas that Flashy Flash defeated get revived again because of Phoenix Man's power. And people on Reddit are going hard trolling this scene. But I'ma be honest, it's a gag scene. It's not even an important scene, so I don't particularly care about that. But I do have a problem with this scene too. But it's the weird Yaoi BL Wayan body proportions that these two have that is taking me out. And did I mention zero neon filters? Hell yeah.
Sister.
At this point, I do not know what the future holds for One Punch Man, but I'ma join the ride and just experience it in all of its grace. And if by any chance you guys are curious to know how this non-hentai anime is not considered a hentai, click here. Or watch this video that YouTube thinks might be best for you. So till next time, see ya.